Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Always a joy to host you here. We are focusing on mental health, awareness, and also care. In our society, we still feel that even when members of our society and our family members are going through a mental health instability, it's hard for us to accept it. And so because we don't accept it, we feel like if we confront them, if we tell them what we are seeing, feel like they will feel like we are saying they are crazy, or that they need to go to Madare or a mental institution. So we hold back because we don't want to hurt their feelings. And that is why mental health awareness is so important, that we understand that we need to normalize that this is a disease of the brain like any other. It's not a weakness. It is not an emotional inability to manage oneself because the person is weak. No, it is really a trigger that causes the brain to be unable to gain back the control over the issues that are going on into their lives. And this is normal. That's why sometimes you have diabetes. It's because your system has been given too much sugar and it can't deal with it. So you go into that sugar space where you need to see a doctor, they give you medication, they try to help you. The same thing with mental illness and mental distress is that sometimes life is too much. There is too much stress that has happened at once, and the individual is unable to bounce back to normal. And so we need to normalize the need to get this person help. But we can't do that if we still are stigmatizing them. And so the reason why it is important to talk about mental health is so that we can understand that psychological well-being is very important in our ability to function, in our productivity at work, productivity within the family, and even productivity within the community. And that is why it's important, even us as communities, that we normalize the struggle of stress. There is one thing we know for sure, that change in life is inevitable. We go through that every day. Our ability to bounce back when there is an unexpected change that happens is very important, and that means that our mindsets and the way that we think about life has to be in a space where it allows us to see that what is happening right now is intense. However, in 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be okay. When people feel stuck in this cycle of things that I can't control, then that's when we begin to develop the fatigue that we feel emotionally and psychologically and even mentally, so that now we can't sleep, we can't eat, we can't work. And there are so many things that are going bad because or being left undone because of the fact that we are not in optimum mental health. And so it's important for us to make sure that we do not stigmatize people. Number two, once the community is normalizes that it's okay, you can go see a counselor, it's okay, you can go see a psychiatrist, then the individual who recognizes that they have a mental illness or they have mental distress, then it's easier for them to seek for help, because they are not afraid, they are not ashamed. And then what happens is that now individuals are able to catch the disease before it gets chronic. Unfortunately, mental illness that is not treated is just like high blood pressure that is not treated. It just gets worse with time. And so it's important for us to be able to allow ourselves to acknowledge that I have a psychological struggle, I have a mental struggle, emotionally I'm not doing well, I don't feel happy, I don't feel I'm in control of my life, I feel like I'm a victim of circumstances. It's important for you, when you feel that way, give yourself permission to go and get help. And the good thing these days, there is a lot of information for us to get help. That means that we are acknowledging that mental health is very important. And so if we are able to allow ourselves to learn more about mental health and then reduce the stigma and then normalize it, then people will get help before things get worse. I was really laughing earlier today when somebody said that we normally say somebody committed suicide, but we say somebody succumbed to cancer. And she was saying we should change that, and we say somebody succumbed to depression, because we still think that somebody woke up one morning and decided to commit suicide. But really, it's because of this long-term staying with mental illness without interventions that eventually this person is no longer able to live their life. And so I hope this information helps you, and reach out. My information is on the screen. Reach out. Share this with your friends and subscribe to the channel so that you can continue to get good content